sorry for the thumbprint on my phone, which has probably now made my picture really blurry. Waiting for people to show up. Mounting said phone because I'm driving. Hey, how y'all doing this morning? Can you all hear me okay? Because I'm in the car and my car is small, cheap, and makes a lot of noise. It's not a, fancy car by any stretch of the imagination. And you will hear Siri giving me directions in just a bit. Hey, Jade, how are you? This morning I spoke to one of my...
Take exit 2B to merge onto OH 315 North.
Well, let me get on over to 315 North on the way for a doctor's checkup. But I had an interesting call this morning. I had a person that is one of my most awesome international customers, and they're having a conference in London. And I'm hoping to go. And the funny thing is I sat back here and I reflected on my life a few years ago, like, if something happened when I needed a new tire for my car, and how, because I was driving.
Stay in the right lane.
Thanks Siri. And I was driving and I hit a pothole and I was like, oh God, I got these little cheap ass tires on this car because I don't believe in paying. But is this stay in the right lane? There's no way to stay in the right lane. You have me getting off downtown now. Everybody stopped. And these people are all in my ass. But anyways, I just was reflecting on, sometimes when I've had some hard times, and I was thinking about like when I get a tire destroyed or something, and how hard it was just to make sure that I had the money to pay to get my car fixed. And I was thinking about how my life has changed drastically over the few years, especially because I've been in business. And I was thinking about a lot of people who are just going through it, And I remember the stuff that I used to hear in church, like trouble won't last.
Stay in the second lane from right.
Trouble won't last always. And I want you guys to keep that in mind, because I think often when we're manifesting our realities, we're limiting ourselves to what we think we can get rather than what we really are capable of having.
Use the right lane to take exit 2B to merge onto OH 315 North.
Thanks, Siri. But I just wanted to come and give you a quick message, because I'm thinking about everywhere I've gone this year. Haiti, New York, Louisiana.
Take the exit.
Thanks, Siri. And I'll be in Detroit next week, and then possibly, starting international travel. And, you have to understand that this life is pretty difficult. There's no guarantees about your happiness or anything else like that. But for the most part, we control what happens to us. I think that some people are not doing things deliberately that could change their circumstances so well. It's going through some messages from some old clients, and one isn't even on Facebook anymore, making same amount of tragic mistakes that put that person in the position that they're in. So remember, always, trouble don't last always. Something will happen. May not be the things you want them to happen in the way that you want them to happen, but things can change, and you always have the power to change your situation. You may only be able to do it in small ways, but that power is still there. And I think that the biggest problem is sometimes people...
1 mile. Take 7 onto some road.
She funny, because we got 5 miles, and she keep talking the whole fucking way. I was Facebook. That bitch would wait till I got to the exit to tell me where I need to be. It seems like the signal is pretty choppy, pretty crappy. And I just, like I said, I just wanted, somebody needed that today. Spirit told me that somebody said, hey, somebody is struggling. And, yeah, the reality of the matter is there's not going to be magic fixing for your problems. Magic takes advantages of opportunities and weaknesses. So you're going to have to really buck up and realize that you can change your life. And I know that a lot of us have been emotionally and physically abused, and we don't believe that we're capable of greatness. People have told people I was not treated well as a young person by a lot of people, and always told how ugly I was and how I wasn't shit, and then when I became rich, how I was going to hell and how my life was going. But look at me living in shit. If I had a dime, well, I might have $1 for every damn man who thought I couldn't do anything without them. You know, I might have $1. But the bottom line is, I've had those things said to me. I've had people tell me, you're nothing without me, or you're not going to succeed, or I'm going to make sure you fail. I believed I couldn't fail. And if I made a mistake, I knew I could fix it. And that's not just in conjuring, that's in life. And that there's always opportunities, and that people are blessed to have me in their presence. And that is what I've had to remember. And that is what I've had to do to pull myself out of a hole of self-doubt, insecurity, and mistreatment. And people hurt people. They will do a number on your psyche. Energy vampires, they are called. Don't let them. Because see, if somebody's hating on you, and I got haters, I don't give a fuck, that means you're doing something right. So I just sit back and look at where I was 10 years ago versus where I am right now, and I thank the Creator and my spirits and my ancestors for bringing me to a place of fuck what anybody else thinks. All I care about is God. God is everybody fuck off. I think it's time for me to get off, but you know what I'm saying. Get off. You see that? And so make our own way, and don't be scared to do that. I trust me. You
Turn left onto Olentangy River Road.
right used to get mad at technology too, because obviously for some reason I'm supposed to stay on here with y'all, and I'm trying to get off, and it won't let me. But you know, like I said, there are lots of things that can happen for lots of reasons, so maybe I'm supposed to stay on here with y'all, at least until I get a better signal. So if you guys are in the Detroit area, the next weekend, not this weekend, but the week after that, I will be at the Detroit Folk Magic Conjure Festival in Michigan. So I would love to see you guys. I'll be doing readings, I'll be selling things, I'll be doing a workshop. Don't forget, I'll be at Dayton Pagan Pride and Daughters of the Moon, and that is it. I don't even know if I'm going to vend anymore after this, because a bit is tired. But when I tell you that it has been an amazing year, and it simply happened because I decided that I was going to do things the way I wanted to do them, and I was going to live for me and stop living for everybody else. That is when things just changed for me dramatically. And there's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself and looking out for yourself and doing what you need to do to be happy. So I suppose when I get to the next red light, and I do have to look at the road, that I'm going to try to turn off this Facebook Live. Well, here's a yellow light. Okay, you just gonna run in my ass. Okay, fine, good. Stay at the light, bitch. I'm trying to stop, and he's all in the crack of my ass. So guess what? Stay there. I swear for Bob and cheese, y'all. I don't even know if my navigation is on anymore. I don't even know if I'm going the right direction. And that happens too. Sometimes we will make choices and we're not really sure if we did the right thing. But it's, you know, and sometimes we're going to make mistakes. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Allow yourself to be yourself and chart your own course. So, like I said, I hope
Use the left lane to make a U-turn.
I've obviously passed my location, but I hope and pray that you guys are doing well. Damn, that house is nice. You ever see a house that makes you think, damn, you know, have I made like all of the wrong decisions with my life? Like, sometimes I think when we see somebody doing better, that we feel like we didn't make the right decision, that we didn't do things that would help us to be better, to do better. And not everything is for us. Okay? That's the thing I've had to realize, that, you know, my house, but having a bigger, nice house, that may not be for, because I ain't got to do it. So you have to realize that what is for us, that's one of the Trinity's rarely always told me, was the child